Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you all so much for all the love and support that I got in the first video on this channel. Welcome to the second video today. In that first video, I also noticed a lot of comments asking for a simpler, easier flow, stating that the first flow was a little bit too difficult for some of your bodies. Some of you may be brand new to yoga, so for this flow, this focus is for you. I've structured this flow to be as easy and basic and beginner as possible, so no matter what your skill set is, no matter where you're coming from, most of you should be able to participate in just about every flow in this series. Let's get into it. The first position we're going to start in is a cross-legged seat. 4 years ago, I had my brother over to my house, and I told him, we were in conversation, and I said to him, I've been working on learning how to sit cross-legged. And he turned to me and very sarcastically said, what are you talking about? Did you skip kindergarten? Like, how do you not know how to sit cross-legged? The fact of the matter at the time is that my hips and my knees were way too tight, way too seized up from sitting in chairs for the first 25 years of my life. I wasn't able to sit for very long in a cross-legged seat without being in excruciating pain. So I realized that some of you may be in a similar position today coming to this video. And if that's the case, then this right here is our very first practice. It's just sitting here in this seat, being mindful of the body and doing our best to just allow the sensations to arise and be with yourself here in this seat today. We're going to start with the right leg forward in this seat. If you're in this cross-legged position and you find that, hey, I have a lot of space, I can actually take it up a level, then you can take your right foot and we can just put it on top of the left leg and come into half Padmasana. But if that's too much for you, no worries, we'll just stay here in this cross-legged seat. Let's begin with a side bend. So we'll take the right arm down to the right side here, and we're going to go up and over with the left arm. Just opening into the left side body. You can turn your head if it's available. Look up towards your left arm. Maybe place your right elbow on the ground, making sure that the left sit bone, right sit bone, both of them are firmly planted on your mat. Very good. Let's come back up to center. Place both arms down. As we switch to the other side, we'll take the right arm up and over, left elbow down, and we'll just look up to the right if your neck allows it. Start to deepen the breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Come back up to center. Let's take the right arm now up and over to the left side of the head. Leave the left hand on the ground, and we'll just start to stretch into the neck. We're lowering the right ear to the right shoulder. And breathe. Now we'll turn the head, look down towards your legs. Release the hand, head back to center. Now we're going to switch legs. So if the right leg was in front, we're going to switch, place that left leg in front. Just as we did on the other side, if this is no problem for you at all, and you have a lot of space in your hips, a lot of space in your knees, then you're more than welcome to come into half Padmasana with the foot stacked on top of your leg here. I'm going to stay just a simple cross-legged seat with, I imagine, most of you for this practice. So from here, let's take our side bends. This time we'll start with the left side. Let's put that left arm down, right arm up and over. Look up towards the right arm. Let's come back up to center, place the right arm down, and we'll switch left arm up and over. Come back up to center. And now we'll take the left arm up and over the head, place it on the right side close to your ear, and we'll just lower the left ear down to the left shoulder. Very good. Now let's take a turn. Turn your head, start to look down. And release. Come back up to center. From this cross-legged seat, I'm going to take a second just to switch so that I'm facing the front of the mat. A lot of you probably don't need to adjust with me. And once I get to here, facing forward on the mat, I'm just going to start to fall backwards onto my back with my legs in the air, pulling my knees into my chest. Let's release the legs down, put the heels close to your bum. We're gonna now take the right leg, pull it in, right ankle over top of left knee. If at this point you are feeling a sensation in your hip and your right knee, then stay here, you're good. If you wanna go a little bit further, deepen the stretch into the outer right hip. We're going to take our hands, the right hand through the center hole, left hand on the outside of the leg, wrap around the front of the knee and pull towards you for a figure 4. Inhale. As you exhale, just pull a little bit deeper. With each exhale, just finding a little bit more space. We're going to lower the left leg back down to the ground. Left foot touches the ground. Right leg is going to slide over so the knees are locked with one another. Hands are going to come out. Arms in a T position, and we're going to let the legs fall over to the left for a side twist. Once your legs are down into the side twist, you can take your head and turn it to the right. You can use your left arm, place it on your right knee, and use the strength of your arm to just bring your legs back to center. Bring the right arm in, uncross the feet. We're going to place the heels close to the butt. We're going to press up, neutralize the spine in bridge pose. Walk the hands underneath and clasp the fingers underneath. Hold here in bridge and breathe. Let's lower the butt down, release the hands. We're going to do the other side now. So let's take the left leg up, cross the ankle over the knee. If this is where you are, stay here. Enjoy the sensation that you discover in your hips and your knees, wherever your body is speaking to you. Just listen to it. If you want to take it a little step further, take your left arm through the hole in the center, right arm outside the right leg. We're going to wrap around the right knee and pull towards you as you recline or decline the head and shoulders down to the mat and pull in with the breath. So we'll inhale together, exhale, and pull a little bit closer. With the exhale, just releasing and deepening the sensation in our hip. Very good. Make sure too, I should have mentioned this on the first side, ankles, our toes are tucked and pulled towards the body. Both ankles, both feet are pulled up so that the toes are pointing towards the knees. This is just going to protect our knees. Let's inhale again together. Exhale, pull a little bit closer, a little bit deeper. Figure 4. Very good. Let's release down. Right foot comes to touch the mat. We're going to slide now, right leg over top of left so that the knees interlock. Arms out to a T, and then we're going to lower to the right side of your mat. Once you're lowered and you're in position, you can turn your head. If you have the space, you can turn your head to look to the left, but that is completely optional for you. Just feel where you're at. What really matters is that we're breathing and we are focusing on the sensations in our body. Very good. Let's use the right arm to bring the legs back to center. Uncross. Once again, we're going to come into a bridge pose. So press up, engage the glutes, engage the back line, walk the shoulders under, and clasp the hands together. Bridge pose. Option here to come onto your tippy toes. Press up just a little bit further into this bridge. Very good. Let's release the bridge down to the mat. Bring both your knees in, tuck into a little ball. And then straighten all the way out, down onto the mat. Lay here just for a second. Let's bring the left leg in, wrap around the knee, and pull towards you. And now we're going to switch legs. Release that leg, bring the other one up, switch, pull towards you. Very good. Let's do that again. Release the leg, switch, pull towards you. And switch. Awesome. Now bring the left leg in. Bring both legs at the same time. Now you can grab behind the knees. You can grab the outsides of the feet, or you can grab the big toes. You pick. For absolute beginners, it's probably best to grab behind the knees, but you can also try on the outsides of the feet. We're just going to come into a happy baby pose. Try and keep as much of your spine on the mat as possible, all the way down to your tailbone if you can. Head and shoulders are down as well. And then we're using the strength in our upper body to pull our legs towards us. Excellent. Now let's bring the legs together. Hands onto the knees or behind, and you can just start to rock on your spine. I'm going to create some noise here because I am on a bamboo deck and it's very loud. Let's come all the way up into a cross-legged position. From this cross-legged position, I'm going to just roll over the feet and press my legs back into a tabletop position. So in tabletop, we're now going to take cat-cow, so we can start in cow pose. To do so, we're going to drop our bellies towards the mat, look up, pull the shoulders back, and then we'll start to move into cat pose from here. So we're going to roll from the tailbone all the way through the spine, trying to isolate the vertebra one at a time. Head comes down, gazes towards the navel, and switch. And take some time to move from cat and cow on your own and start to sync this movement with your breath. Take an inhale to one pose and exhale to the other pose. Cat and cow. Excellent job. Let's come now back to tabletop. So we're neutralizing, centering the spine. We're gonna work into the wrists. Let's take circles over the wrists. Doesn't matter which direction you are circling, we're gonna do both. As I mentioned in my last video, wrist health is what brought me to the yoga practice many, many years ago. Let's switch directions. I got to the point with my drumming that actually I was making a lot of mac and cheese at the time, craft dinner, and I got to the point with my drumming that I could barely hold the pot of mac and cheese because my wrists were so sore. So I had to turn to something, and physiotherapy didn't really do the trick, so eventually I found yoga, and it really made it so that I could continue at the drum set. All right, let's come out of this. Now we're gonna take the hands that have been facing the front of the mat, and we're gonna turn them so that the fingers are facing the outsides of the mat, and we're just gonna rock back and forth, right to left. Now from here, we'll start to take those circles once again. Let's circle over the wrists, forward and back. I'm in the town of Pai in northern Thailand, and where this bungalow is located, there's quite a lot of street dogs in the area. Let's switch directions. And those street dogs can definitely be heard in the background. I'm not sure if the mic's picking it up, but something's got them all spooked. The last direction, we're gonna come back to center and rotate the palms once again. This is the most difficult of the wrist sequence. Face your fingers towards your knees. Now coming into this position, if you feel a incredible sensation through the forearms, then just stay here. You're good. You don't need to go any further. If you get to this and you feel like, okay, a little bit of space, I can still move, then you can come with me and slowly just start to shift your body backwards. The palms will raise up. That's totally normal and okay. But what we want to make sure is that the thumbs stay on the mat. This right here has got to be one of my favorite stretches. Like I said, because it really, really saved me when I was playing the drums a lot of practicing, a lot of gigging, and my wrists were just destroyed. This was the one that brought me back from the edge, that kept my career going. Okay, let's come back out of this, and we'll bring the wrists back to tabletop. Now we're just gonna do the other side. So let's start with the right arm. We'll pick the right hand up, place the back of the hand down, and we'll just start to place some weight into the right hand. We can even shift back from here if we want. Very good. Come back to center. Hand down, right hand down. We'll switch to the left side. So we'll pick the left arm up, place the back of the hand down, and just start to shift our weight into that left side. And if you have the space, we can start to shift back. Excellent. Cool. All right, let's come back. We'll pick that up, release, come back down, tabletop position. From this tabletop position, let's shift our right leg straight back, and then we're gonna take the left arm up to the sky for a twist. Look up to the sky if your neck allows it. Now we'll come back down, place the left arm down. Now we're gonna pick the right arm up as we drop the right heel to the ground. We're coming into supported side plank. Now take the left leg and we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. So right now it's pointed to the back of the mat, and we're just gonna run it perpendicular to the mat. And then we'll take the right arm to the right knee for gate pose. So we're gonna come up, back down to the right knee, and over. Gate pose. Good job. Let's cartwheel both arms down, back. We're gonna reset. Tabletop position once more. Left leg this time. Straight back with the left leg. Right arm up. We'll twist. Look up to the sky if your neck allows. Bring that right hand down. Place it back on the mat. Drop the left heel to the ground as the left arm goes up. Supported side plank. Take the right leg. we're gonna shift the ankle to the outside of the mat. So run it perpendicular to the mat and come up, gate pose. Oh, I love this pose. So nice. Such a good side body opener. Okay, let's come back down. Back to tabletop position. Now straighten your both legs. So we'll start with the right and then the left to come up into plank. Now if plank is too much for you, you can lower your knees. If not, stay here with me in plank. And slowly, for the count of 5, we're gonna lower it down all the way to the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now that the body's down, let's place the left arm out, straight out on the outside of the mat, and we're gonna take the right leg and swing it over the left leg and use the right arm on the outside of the mat to press yourself up and over. We're gonna stretch into that shoulder here. Very good. Stay here just for a couple more breaths. And let's release, come back, and we'll switch sides. So take the right arm, straighten it all the way out to the right. Left arm, create a 90-degree angle in the elbow. Left leg up and over the right leg and roll as we open through the right shoulder. Very good. You can look up to the sky if your neck allows. Awesome job. Let's come back to center. Now let's take the arms in front of us. We're going to come up onto the forearms, taking a Sphinx pose. Pull the shoulders back, look straight ahead. If you have some extra space here, you can press up into seal just by straightening the arms and coming up onto the palms. But if that's too intense for your lower back, that is totally okay. Just stay in Sphinx. We're just looking with the sensation. We're working with our own bodies. None of this is a competition. We're just here to take care of ourselves today. Whether you're in Sphinx or seal, let's lower all the way down, back to the mat, straighten the arms out to a T, and then we're just gonna start to raise and lower. So come up, raise, inhale, exhale down. Let's do that again. Up, exhale down. That's 2, we're gonna do 3 more. Up, down, up, down. Last one. Up, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good job. All right, let's press back into child's pose. Balasana at the back of the mat. Take your hands over to the right side. So we'll take the right hand first, and then we'll take the left hand and stack it on top of the right hand. Open up through the left side body. Come back to center, and we'll switch sides. Left arm over first, take the right arm, stack it on top of the right hand. Open up to the right side body. Good job. Let's come back to center. Now we're gonna walk the hands to the back of the mat. We'll close our feet together, coming into a tunnel seat. As I mentioned at the beginning of the class, with the cross-legged seat, it was something I worked for years to get to the point that I could sit in comfortably. Like I said, my brother thought that was very funny. But Lindsay was very encouraging of me during that process. That being said, this is another one. This one, I've only recently gotten my legs to the point where I can sit comfortably in the tunnel seat. Some of you at home right now, I imagine, are not so comfortable here. So with that in mind, you can come forward onto your hands and sit like this. And what you can do from here is you can just start to slowly come back up into tunnel. Ankle mobility is huge here. So wherever you are, whether you're forward like this, whether you're all the way forward, just work with me here in this tunnel. We'll stay here in this tunnel seat for just a few more breaths, grounding down, centering ourselves. Big inhale. Exhale. Now let's rise up from the tunnel. We're gonna come onto our knees, and we're gonna now take camel pose. So the way we can do this is by taking the hands into where your back pockets would be and start to press with the hands as you drop your shoulders backwards, and eventually start to, if you have it in your neck, you can start to let the head fall heavy behind you, but only if it's comfortable for you. You will feel this through your back line, your low back, and through the front hip pelvis region. From here now, if you have more space, you can pop the heels up like this, which makes it a little bit easier to touch, or you can lower them. Just depends on how much space you have in your body. And you can grab onto the heels, pressing up, opening through the chest, the neck. Feels so good. Let's say that you are here with the back pockets. I'm gonna work with you in this. It's gonna work for the same positions if you have your feet on your heels, same idea. We're gonna take the left arm up first, so take it up and look to the right. Bending back and to the right. If your hand's down, like mine now is on the heel, we're just looking like this, off to the right. If you're in the back pocket, same thing. Being careful not to overload any part of you. Just scan the body, make sure that there's no excessive tension or stress. Good job. Now let's bring that left arm back and down into camel, and we'll switch to the right. Twisted camel, right arm up, look to the left. Take the left hand onto the heel if you're there. If not, just keep it on your back pocket, left back pocket. Very good. And breathe. Awesome job. Let's come back to camel. And from camel, we're gonna rise back up and then take that tunnel seat once again, very slowly. Awesome. Okay. From tunnel, hands in front of us, walk slow forward, lower the body all the way down to the mat. And we're gonna rise up into upward facing dog. So to do that, you can keep your knees on the mat. If this is too much, just keep your knees on the mat. No stress, no worries. If you have the space and you want to come up into full upward dog, then the palms are touching and the tops of the feet are touching. That'll be it. Look straight ahead, pull your shoulders back, and sink into your low back. Very good. Now we're gonna roll over the toes, pull the hips back, and come slowly into downward facing dog. Our first downward dog of the practice. If you need to bend your knees, that's totally cool. You can keep them bent the whole time. If you want to slowly go from bent to straight, pedaling out left to right, this can help with the first down dog. And when you're ready, just settle into your down dog, whether your knees are bent or whether they're straight. Very good. Now I'll pull the right leg forward as we come forward on the mat. So I'm going to put the right foot in between the hands, drop the left knee down, rise up, nice and slow, in control. Arms up, overhead. Low lunge. Bring your hands down in front of the body. Palms touch, left elbow to right knee, across, and then we're just gonna use the strength in our shoulders and our upper body to start to twist over to the right. Good work. Now I'm gonna release my hand position as I rise up, and I'm gonna take my left palm onto my right knee and my right arm back behind me, and just deepen into this twist. Circle the right arm down and around. Together, both arms rise again into low lunge. And now we're gonna untuck the toes, the back toes, so that they're on the mat. And we're gonna rise up into high lunge, crescent lunge. Come up with me. That's one, lower back down. Good job. If that was too much, just stay in low lunge, no stress. If that was okay, it felt good in your body, we're gonna do that 4 more times. Let's rise, come up, hold crescent, and lower back down. That's 2. Come up, hold crescent, and lower back down. That's 3. 2 more, up. Don't forget to breathe, lower down, and rise up, and lower down. Good job. We're gonna come up once more, back into crescent. We'll hold here, holding crescent, and come forward with the hands on the outsides of the mat into runner's lunge. Let's press back with the right foot, coming into plank pose. Your knees can be up or down, whatever feels good for you. Take a breath. Let's lower down all the way to the mat, and then rise up into our upward facing dog. Good work. Press back, downward facing dog. Your knees can be bent here if you need. Walk the feet forward all the way up. Let's rise up slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Coming up with me. Head's the last to lift, and as it lifts, arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale, palms to heart center. Good job. Inhale once more, arms up. And exhale, fold forward. As far down as you can get. Now, if you can get all the way down, we're gonna put our hands down. If you cannot, without bending the knees, then totally go take the bend in the knees, put the hands down on the mat, at the front of the mat here, and step both legs back. Plank pose, lower down, rise up, upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. Good job. Now left leg, okay, we're gonna take the left foot, bring it up, just as we did on the right side, put it between the hands, lower the knee down. Inhale to rise into low lunge. Good work. Let's palms heart center to pitch the body forward slightly, right elbow to left knee, and twist. Good job. Now we're going to raise the body up as we release the hands, right palm, left knee, and left arm back. Use the strength in the right arm to pull yourself open to the left. Good job. Circle the left arm down and around. Bring the right arm up with it. Now we're going to do this 5 repetition into crescent. So we'll start by tucking the right toes under, press up, crescent lunge. Lower down. Good job. Press up, crescent. Lower down. That's 2. Up for 3. Don't forget to breathe. Lower. Up for 4. Lower. And up for 5. Hold on 5. Hold here and crescent lunge. Very good. Arms forward. Frame the left foot. Then we're going to take the left foot back. Plank pose. And from plank, we lower down, chaturanga. You can, if you need to rest, put the body on the mat. If you don't, keep the body up and then press up into upward facing dog. We will meet in downward facing dog. So press back with the hips, down dog. Let's walk up once again. Feet all the way to the front. Let's raise. Inhale, arms up overhead. Extended Tadasana. And then we're going to sink low into a chair pose. Now if you need to pop the heels, go ahead, pop the heels up and lower down. If you don't need to pop the heels, that's okay too. We'll do one or the other. Lower all the way down to a tight squat and then release the butt down to the mat. Good job. Okay, excellent work today. Let's come to the top of the mat and come into a comfortable seated cross-legged position with me. Great work. I hope you enjoyed this class. We're going to finish it out now with just a couple brief twists. So let's take the right hand on the left knee, and we'll just put the left arm behind us. Twist to the left, big inhale, exhale, twist. Back to center, good job. Switch to the other side, left hand, right knee, right arm behind us, big inhale, rise, exhale, twist. Good work. I'm checking out of this Airbnb in like 15 minutes. So we're gonna wrap this class, I'm gonna pack, and we're gonna move on. Like I said though, I really hope you enjoyed this class. Let's come back to center. Palms to heart center. Close your eyes. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Hands to third eye, and we bow. Together we say the word Namaste. This is my second video ever for this brand new channel titled Yoga with Wyatt. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button. If you're brand new here, please, it would mean the world if you could hit subscribe. It's completely free and really does go a long way to support a brand new project like this one. So with all that said, I will see you guys in my next yoga flow.